corruption itself is a cancerous tumor that has eaten into the very fabric of our existence.
It is commonsensical and logical that if it takes a man with 2 legs.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Nigerian justice system has failed the common man.
And the reason why that girl presents her body to that lecturer for malpractice is because she is fully aware.
And in our own education system, corruption is a culture. How can bribery not be a way of life?
Hello and welcome to the Expression Debate, brought to you courtesy of Youngsters Foundation with support from DFID Nigeria and other partners. Now, this youth initiative is designed to increase the voice of youth and encourage their active participation in contemporary national issues. My name is Divine Prince Abby, and joining me today in the studio is
Mariam Junaidu, and I am happy that you could join us on today's episode, which promises to be fun and engaging. It's been a battle of brains, wits, and oratory.
Yes.
32 audacious undergraduate teams from over 20 tertiary institutions in Nigeria emerged from the regional auditions in Enugu, Lagos, and Abuja to get to this grand finale. It's been quite a journey.
Yes, you can say that again, Miriam. It has been quite a journey because we have seen 32 teams battle all through the elimination series, all the way into the semi-finals with just 16 teams remaining. And it has been emotional at that because we have seen amazing teams drop out, and it's been quite a struggle for some of them as well. But the star prize is still up for grabs. 500,000 naira goes to the winner. Second prize is 300,000 naira, and third prize 200,000 naira.
Just hearing this amount of money, it's never going to get old. For an undergraduate,
oh
even
as a graduate,
it's not going to be a bad idea to be a part of this competition. What do you think?
I will definitely join, but I have to go back to school first.
Anyway, today promises to be an exciting edition for you because viewers get to win cool stuff too. But we're going on a short break now. When we return, we'll give you the highlights of today's package. Stay on this channel.
Welcome back to the Expression Debates, brought to you courtesy of Youngsters Foundation with support from DFID Nigeria and other partners. This youth initiative is designed to increase the voice of youth and their active participation in contemporary national issues. So, what do we have for our amazing audience today?
Today we have a lot of exciting stuff for you all. 2 teams are going to be debating on the topic: the Nigerian youth is actively involved in the fight against corruption. So since this is an elimination series, each team stands just one chance to move to the grand finale and closer to the star prize of 500,000 naira.
Don't we all like hearing that? 500,000 naira. Just think of what you could do with that. That is a lot of money indeed. But you as the viewer at home, you're not left out because you can join in and just win amazing prizes. You can join our weekly quiz and also join our campaign, I Choose Integrity, and stand a chance of winning some really, really cool prizes.
To participate and win, log on to our website on the screen or check us out on our social media platforms for more information.
All right, so the topic for today's debate: the Nigerian youth is actively involved in the fight against corruption. What do you think? Do you think the Nigerian youth is actively involved?
When you hear the word youth and corruption, the first thing that comes to mind is energy and passion and drive. They have the strength.
That's right.
So we are both youths. For me, I cannot really say. I know I have been involved in the fight against corruption, but I cannot really say active. But we are not.
Active is another question. Of course, we're not.
So before we move to the debate arena, let's just go to the streets and see what Nigerians have to say about this topic. We'll be right back.
Ever since I was small, they used to be like, we are the leaders of tomorrow. But till tomorrow, the whole people that are there still keep being the leader.
For us as young people, in as much as we've not participated in the corruption war, in the sense that all the public servants and corrupt politicians are older people. Young people have never stolen one kobo from Nigeria. But then as young people, we need to take ownership. because it's not just the problem of the older generation, it's also our problem. So we need to accept and take ownership. And then lastly, we need to participate to take over our country and participate actively in politics. So a lot of us always shies away from politics because we say that politics is dirty. But then if you leave your destiny to a few bad people, then you should not complain when you don't get better service delivery. So I believe that in as much as we have good people, it's just that the bad people are much more than the good people because the good people are not united enough.
I believe the youths need to have a reorientation. That might take a very long time, but I believe that with the kind of efforts, civil society organizations, and the kind of awareness, anti-corruption awareness right now, I believe in the nearest future, the youth will be able to implement an anti-corruption lifestyle.
Wow, so you can see the reactions from Nigerians there. Some very, very very emotional and very funny points of views too as well, all right? But we're not just here to listen to what all Nigerians have to say about that. We have to listen to the debaters and see how they argue for and against this motion.
Yes, so let's meet our debaters.
I'm ready.
Today we are having Team Nexus from the University of Benin and Team Harvey from the University of Ibadan.
Youngsters Foundation will be given out like 50% of 500,000 naira to those that win on the tacit acceptance that when you organize a program which is based on fighting corruption, you receive your next 50% by March 2018. My opponent here is saying that youth here are not even interested or engaged in fighting corruption means that he has not accepted that and therefore should be cautioned that he had already signed the waiver form. And everybody here that has signed the waiver form had agreed that they are engaged and actively engaged in fighting corruption. In short, by going through the audition, you did a video, gentlemen, you did a video, the audition, the first round, the second round, that is active engagement, mental engagement. You spent some nights, you wasted the midnight candle, you are here. What it means is you are fighting corruption yourself. So your position is actually anathema, anathetic to what you are currently doing. And we are bemused and bewildered that what exactly are you here doing? Because it does not pull the wool over our eyes. Neither are we confused or deceived. We are so much persuaded that you are here as agents of corruption. If Youngster Foundation is aware that you are not ready to fight corruption, they will look for other participants. In short, as far as Nigeria is concerned, we have many young men that had fought corruption. You don't need to be at the helms of affairs. You don't need to be the president. Example here could be Festus Keyamo, who at the age of 23 followed Chief Gani Fawehimi to represent great icons like Dr. Kuti, like MKO Abiola, and campaign against corruption in this country. In short, Festus Keyamo at the age of 27 already has an organization that fights against corruption and campaign against military rule. Then what are we saying? For the fact that you are probably not interested or have not formed an organization like Keyamo to fight corruption does not mean that there are not youth in different nook and cranny of Nigeria that are fighting corruption. Thank you.
Judges, I will begin by first debunking his claim. 2 days ago at the prelims, Mr. Kingsley Bangwell, the founder of Youngsters Foundation, asked the question, how many of you, by reason of this debate, have made research about corruption in Nigeria? Virtually everyone raised their hands. This means that if not for the expression debate, my opponent would not have been actively involved in the fight against corruption. And what we are saying is that the people who pioneered this thing have seen that youths are not actively involved in this fight. Hence, they are trying to bring them to be actively involved in this fight. My opponent started by saying youths are the foundation of any nation. Very true. Nigeria is languishing in corruption today because youths are not actively involved in the fight against corruption. After all, if the foundation is faulty, what can the righteous do? My opponent also says the End SARS campaign, which is ruling through the social media now. Very true. But however, nobody responds to a thing if it is not affecting him directly. Majority of the people who are proclaiming NSAS campaign are those who have been directly involved. In fact, in the University of Benin, where she came from, they are on strike today because of the hike in school fees, which directly affected them. However, how many of them will go on strike because Buhari is embezzling money? None of them. Why? Because it is not directly affecting them. So please correct that notion. Thank you.
If you're just joining us, this is The Expression Debate, brought to you courtesy of Young Stars Foundation with support from DFID Nigeria and other partners. This youth initiative is designed to increase the voice of youth and their active participation in contemporary national issues.
16 teams.
That's right.
Battling for the star prizes of 500,000 naira, 300,000 naira, and 200,000 naira for the first, second, and third places, respectively. You know, at this point, I think I need to make a comment.
Okay.
The guy from Team Nexus. What was this? I was not feeling it. No, really. I mean, he had the energy, but he was not giving us the point.
Yeah. Well, I think I'll agree with you on that one. But the other speaker from Team Harvey, I think he did pretty well. And I'll have to give it to Team Harvey. I don't know what the judges are thinking, but we're not the judges though. But we'll find out what the second speakers have to say about this matter. Will they do justice to it? I guess we'll find out shortly.
I'm here to propose that Nigerian youths are actively involved in the fight against corruption. This can be seen all over tertiary institutions in the country. For example, the National Association of Nigerian Students, NAS, on the 23rd day of January 2017 was reported by the Vanguard newspaper to volunteer to assist in the whistleblowing policy of the country. They have agreed to rat out corrupt people in the university community, be it students, be it lecturers who solicit for financial and sexual gratification for students. This is a fight against corruption. They have also, through different students' union governments, cried out against the excesses of management of Nigerian universities. For instance, in my university, we are currently on shutdown because the university management has increased astronomically our fees. And this is because we do not see anything that they use the money for. And such, we believe that this money that they increased our fees to are for corrupt ends. If we are at home suffering when we are supposed to be in school learning, so much to our detriment, then I do not see why my opponents cannot concede to the fact that Nigerian youth are actively involved in the fight against corruption. Further, Nigerian youth have tried to educate the public on the corrupt state of the Nigerian society. We have done this through online forums. For example, there's the ongoing NSAS campaign in Nigeria. This campaign is to curb the excesses of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad of the police force. This is as a result of the fight against corruption. We have also done this through entertainment. For example, contemporary African China cried out in the song, "Make Una Lead Us Well." This is because he is actively involved in the fight against corruption. We have also done this by literary advancement. For example, Chinua Achebe in his book, Anthills of the Savannah, and other books have cried against corruption. We have people like Ken Saro-Wiwa who died because he was actively involved in corruption. All these people did this when they were very young. I do not understand why it is because there are 9 Why it is because there are 9 unappreciative lepers who want to bring down the appreciation of just one appreciative leper when he came to appreciate Jesus for what he did for him. We cannot say that because of the bulk of the people, because of the fact that the bulk of the people who involve themselves in corrupt practices are youth, then the rest of us who want to fight against corruption, we are doing nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my 2 minutes. Thank you and God bless you.
Resolved, Nigerian youth are not active in the fight against corruption. Firstly, Nigerian youth are not fit to fight against corruption. How then can they be actively involved in it? According to World Economic Forum in 2015, the way in which youth can help in the fight against corruption are global efforts, high priority objectives, accountability, and addressing tough issues. It would, however, interest you to know that according to a Journal of Arts and Contemporary Society by Amaka Moin of University of Jos, over 70% of young Nigerian adults are actively involved with their cell phones and tablets to which they are addicted. In fact, according to a Journal of Public Policy and Social Sciences by Adekinlewa and Adekoya, the unhealthy, negative, and false content youth access on social media tend to affect their consciousness and confuses them and affects their ability to read. Thus, we see that firstly, these youths are not mentally prepared to fight for corruption. Secondly, they are not even aware about it, which means that they are not anti-corruption oriented, rather they are social media interested. Secondly, it is trite knowledge that governance is one of the ultimate ways of checkmating corruption. However, youths are not there. And before they come here, or as they have come here, before they come here to blame the Constitution for not allowing them to run, it should be noted that according to Section 131 and 177 of Nigeria's Constitution, it is only the post of governors and presidency that you need to be 35 and 40 years for, respectively, before you can run for it. This means that all other posts, they can run. Sadly, however, they do not run. In fact, according to a survey by National Orientation Agency, when youth were asked whether their e-voting would be transferred to real-life participation, only 33% responded with a yes, leaving 67% lackadaisical about it. And yet, our opponents say these ones are active. Our opponents have said that youth make use of social media to fight against corruption. However, judges, all they do is hashtag this, hashtag that. Recently, University of Ibadan, students of Ibadan sponsored the hashtag Olayinka Misfit to call for the federal government to audit the account of the school. Sadly, however, not even a government officer regarded their petition, despite of the number of signatures they have on it. So, of what use is their effort when it produces no result? In conclusion, we do not debate today that in some 20-30 years, youth will not be actively involved in the fight against corruption, but that today, as of now, they are not. Thank you.
Wow, what energy. I mean, we've just seen the second speakers, and I'd say I think they did justice to it. But I don't know if they did as well as the first speakers though, but it was good. It was good.
Well, I think Team Harvey is taking this one.
Team Harvey.
But we're not.
They have my vote too.
We're not judges, so let's just go to the scoring board and see what the judges have decided.
Wow, congratulations. You see, Team Harvey took it after all. And I'll say a very, very good call from the judges. They fought really well. You've got to give credit to both teams though. They did very, very well. Fought with a lot of resilience and courage on that one. So congratulations to Team Harvey, who've made it all the way to the finals.
Well, don't forget, you viewers are not left out, of course. You can participate in our weekly quiz to stand a chance to win recharge cards, and also join our campaign, I Choose Integrity, to stand a chance to win some amazing prizes. To participate and win, log on to our website on the screen or check us out on the social media platforms for more information.
Okay, so at this point, we just want to say a very big thank you to all our partners. You made this possible, and for that, we are immensely grateful. So, till next time, same station, same place. We want to say, We can build a corrupt-free Nigeria in our lifetime if you join us.